Morning, day 6,159. 11 days left with students. I had my retirement luncheon yesterday. Really liked the bell that I got. I'm really enjoying that. If you didn't watch yesterday's video about Tammy's bell, you need to check that out because I'm ringing that bell like crazy. But anyway, I thought I'd talk about football today since it's Friday. It's a good day to talk about football, even though it's not football season. But when I got hired, the kind of the culture was with all the coaches that you're going to outwork everybody. We may not be that talented, we're going to outwork everybody. No, that's a good mentality to have, unless, well, I mean, like everybody had it. So, you wanted to outwork everybody, but how do you so if one school is going to have their kids show up every day to work out, then every school, we're all going to bring our kids in. Well, I'm going to take my quarterbacks and I'm going to take them to. Well, I'm going to take my quarterbacks and I'm going to take them to. Well, we're going to work out 4 times a day. Well, we're going to work out 4 times a day, and it just becomes like this guy does this guy does that. As soon as we find out this other school's doing this, we're going to do that. And that's why the high school association has to make up all these rules to stop us from outworking each other. Because it would be never ending. Well, we're going to do it 24 hours a day. So anyway, they had to come up with all these rules, and I mean, we'd work all summer long, every one of us, and it depended on what coach, who your head coach was and things like that. I mean, I had one at one time, man. This guy thought he was really in the, we're going to outwork people stuff, and it wasn't just football; it was like everything. Like in the summer, if we didn't have something to do, we'd paint. We had painted everything. We painted the score. We painted the goalposts. We painted the bleachers. We painted if it wasn't moving, it was getting painted. So we painted everything. We'd clean everything, which is hard to believe because if you've ever been in a high school locker room in a high school coach's office, they're nasty. I mean, they're probably the filthiest places on earth. But we would clean like crazy, believe it or not. We'd do that. He'd get the idea. Well, we're going to clean everybody's shoes, and we're going to wash the shoes for Friday night because Friday night's a big deal. So he gets this idea. We're going to wash all these shoes. So he gets the managers, and they take all the shoes and they throw them all in the washing machine, and they wash them and all that stuff. And then they take them and they throw them all in the dryer. And then they came out of the dryer, and it was this big, huge ball about this big of shoes. Because they didn't take they tied the shoelaces together so the shoes wouldn't get separated. So you didn't have to pair them all up when they come out. So it was just a big, gigantic ball of shoes with all the laces mixed in together and all this. I mean, it took us, 2 or 3 hours. And then finally we just started taking scissors and cutting all the shoelaces off everybody's shoes and then had to pair them all up. And it took us, like 2 days to get everybody's shoes back to them. But we'd do stuff like that. We'd clean the helmets. He got helmet cleaner. I don't know where they sell helmet cleaner at, but he got helmet cleaner. And we'd clean the helmets, every on Thursday before Friday night games. And let me tell you what helmet cleaner does to helmets. Absolutely nothing. It doesn't make them look any better. It doesn't take anything off the helmet. I don't know why we did that, but we did. I guess we were outworking everybody by cleaning our helmets. Now some colleges will spray paint the helmets before every game, which that makes sense because you're actually covering up. But we didn't do that. We cleaned the helmets. So there's a lot of time. A lot of time that was wasted. And cutting grass, man, we cut grass. I worked at one school, and we had a riding, not the big industrial mowers, just a riding lawnmower. And we had about 4 of them. And generally there would be about one that worked. And so you would have the one riding lawnmower, all the coaches, and every planting period, we're out there cutting grass. When you got to cut a football field, a baseball field, a couple practice fields, the area around the stadium. I mean, we cut grass every day, every day. And I'll never forget, we got this principal one time, and the first thing he told us is we couldn't cut grass. We were like, well, you can't cut grass during the day. Well, when are we going to cut all this grass? I mean, we had no clue. They had to go out and buy a bigger mower. But we just worked like crazy. And so today's Friday, so I'm just going to work like crazy today. Y'all have a good day.